In a blood-soaked battle at the T-Mobile Arena, Sebastian the Tower Inferno Fundora emerged victorious with a split decision over Tim Tszyu, seizing the WBO and WBC super welterweight titles. Tszyu's relentless right hands clashed with Fundora's towering frame early, but a gruesome cut early in the second round, caused by a stray elbow, turned the tide of the fight completely. Despite Tszyu's valiant efforts, the blood streamed from his eye, impairing his vision, and ultimately playing a major role in Fundora's triumph. To his massive credit, Fundora used his height and reach like never before. He kept Tszyu on the end of his straight left jab, fired in some good right hands, and controlled the contest. In the past, Fundora has been drawn into punch-ups, and this cost him dearly against Brian Mendoza. Against Tszyu, Fundora used his physical advantages and fought a disciplined fight, and came away with the upset victory. Sensational stuff. Isaac Pitbull Cruz delivered a commanding performance as he overpowered and dethroned WBA super welterweight champion Rolando Romero with an 8th round stoppage at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. From the onset, Cruz showcased his power, leaving Romero on shaky legs in the opening round. With relentless pressure and a punishing attack, Cruz continued to wear down Romero, who resorted to excessive holding and was deducted a point in round 5. Cruz's dominance persisted as he rocked Romero once more in round 7, leaving Romero barely standing. Ultimately, the bout was halted in round 8 as Cruz's assault proved too much for Romero to withstand. WBA middleweight champion Erislandy Lara moved to 30 wins, 3 losses with 3 draws as he made quick work of number 1 ranked contender Michael Zerafa. The 40-year-old Lara connected with a strike left that dropped Zerafa, who barely beat the count but then collapsed into the ropes. The time was 2 minutes 59. Lara's strike left remains a weapon even though he is 40 years of age, and the Cuban still looks sharp. WBC flyweight champion Julio Cesar Martínez kept his title by 12-round decision over the previously unbeaten Angelino Cordova on Saturday night at the T-Mobile. Martínez dropped Cordova twice in round 3 with hard jabs. Cordova gave Martínez some problems in the ensuing rounds, but Martínez landed the more damaging punches. Cordova ran the final round and it cost him. Scores of 113-113, 114-112 and 114-112. Two-weight world champion and boxing fan favourite, the 33-year-old Oscar Valdez, scored a 7th round TKO over Liam Wilson to claim the vacant WBO interim junior lightweight title. Wilson got off to a good start, boxing at distance. However, Valdez was able to draw Wilson in close and he held a distinct advantage. And big barrage in the 7th round. Hooks from both sides, uppercuts, fantastic stuff. And it prompted the referee to stop the fight at 2 minutes 48. Valdez is back in business. Unbeaten 2016 Olympian and WBC number 9 at super lightweight, Lindolfo Delgado moved to 20 wins, no losses, 15 knockouts, overcoming a slow start to knock out Carlos Sanchez in round 7. Delgado, who is tall and upright, has power and he picks his punches well. He also has good variety, but I'm not completely sold on him just yet. Unbeaten US Olympic super heavyweight silver medalist Ricardo Torrez moved to 9 wins, no losses, 9 knockouts, with a first round TKO over the hapless Don Haynesworth. Torrez showed good angles, was very aggressive, he hits hard and he's got fast hands, but he needs to step up in class immediately. Fights like this do nothing for him. I think he's too small to really make it at heavyweight, but we shall see. On Saturday night at the T-Mobile Arena, Serhii Bohachuk dismantled Brian Mendoza, wildly outscoring him over 12 rounds. Scores of 118-110, 117-111, 117-111. The extremely aggressive and strong Bohachuk was on the front foot throughout the contest, repeatedly breaking Mendoza's defences with jabs, left hooks and right uppercuts. Mendoza is iron-jawed and he tried to counter when he could. He struggled to mount any serious offense until a late surge in the 11th round. He spent the majority of the bout with his back against the ropes and was outlanded 319 to 168. Tremendous performance by Bohachuk, who crashes the top 10 and will get a big fight off this. Just a year ago, Mendoza was on top of the world following his victory over Fundora. Now he's suffered 2 defeats on the bounce. It's a long way back. Former super middleweight champion Gilberto Ramirez showcased his boxing prowess as he outclassed the previously unbeaten WBA cruiserweight champion Arsen Goulamirian over 12 rounds at the YouTube Theatre in California. Ramirez's strategic finesse frustrated Goulamirian, preventing him from gaining any momentum throughout the contest. Cracking performance by Ramirez against a very strong Goulamirian. Goulamirian came forward throughout the contest, but Ramirez outboxed him using power boxing, subtle movement, and some accurate thudding shots. All judges scored it 118-110 in Ramirez's favour. Former WBO welterweight #1 contender Alexis Rocha bounced back from his first loss with a dominant performance against Fredrick Lawson, culminating in a TKO victory. Rocha asserted his dominance early, scoring a knockdown in round 6 that sent Lawson into the ropes. As Rocha continued to dominate, he nearly secured a referee's stoppage in round 7. Lawson's corner retired their fighter at the end of the round. Solid performance by Rocha in an absolute war for the British Heavyweight Championship. Fabio Wardley holds onto his championship with a 12-round draw against former Olympian Fraser Clark in a battle of the unbeatens. Clark started this battle unbelievably well. By the end of the first round, Wardley was badly cut over his nose. In round 2, Wardley came out swinging, but by the end of the round, Clark had reassumed control behind his left jab. By the end of the 4th round, however, Clark was noticeably starting to tire, and in the 5th round, Wardley unleashed a titanic attack. Swinging with both hands, he scored a big knockdown, and at this stage it seemed that Wardley would outlast and outgame his man. However, Clark showed heart himself and pulled himself back up and continued the fight. With Wardley hindered by the cut, which was obviously affecting his breathing, by the later rounds this had become a grueling war of attrition. At the final bell, Clark collapsed on the ropes, absolutely exhausted. The 12-round draw was the right decision. Hopefully we get a rematch. In a domestic grudge match, Chris Kongo kept his career alive with a points victory over Florian Marku. Marku, the Albanian king, put on the pressure throughout the contest, but Kongo was far too slick. He outboxed him from range, kept on the move, used a good jab, fired well to the body, and proved a good winner on points over the 10 rounds. Great stuff here by both men. Kongo is back in the mix. Please like and subscribe.